For introduction, a contested archipelago in the southern China Sea is called the Spratly Island, located off the shore of the Philippines, Malaysia, and southern Vietnam. The archipelago is made up of island, islet, cay, and more than 100 reefs, which are occasionally clustered together in sunken Asian atoll. Spratly Island, which span an area of more than 425,000 km square and has less than 2 km per square naturally existing land area. It was named for the British whaling captain Richard Spratly, who saw the island in 1843. Next is historical background. Because of their location in important shipping route, the Spratly Island is one of the largest archipelago in the South China Sea and the challenge government and economy in this region of the Southern Asia. The islands are mainly uninhabited, but they are valuable to claim in their effort to draw international border because they provide excellent fishing ground and might have considerable deposit of natural gas and oil. Part of Malaysia claim the island. First thing first, only the island contained in Malaysia 200 miles exclusive economic zone as established by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea are covered by its limited claim to a handful of Spratly Island. Malaysia has taken 5 islands with force because it believes they are part of its continental shelf after becoming reclaimed land in 1983. Secondly, Swallow Reef, also known as Layang-Layang, Terumbu Layang or Pulau Layang-Layang, became an island and is currently home to a diving resort. Additionally, the military of Malaysia control Marine Reef, Terumbu Mantanani and Ardasif Reef, or we call Terumbu Ubi. Thirdly, within the confines of its 1979 defined exclusive economic zone, Malaysia claims are based on the continental shelf concept have precisely specific coordinate. This agreement argued that the island were resnolious, and it is claimed that this criteria is met. The island were therefore declared resnolious and made eligible for annexation. For those don't know what is resnolious is property of no one. Next, we go to military asset that use in operate in the area. Firstly, where Pulau Layang-Layang was located in the earlier 1980, there was just a reef. The land was ordered to be taken over by Malaysian Armed Force (MAF) by former Prime Minister Tun Sri Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. As a result, the MAF dispatched member of Special Organisation Regiment (RGK) to seize a reef that was a little larger than a monkey buttocks. The Naval Special Force Pascal were not involved at that time. Secondly, the first thing that had to be done to dispatch a commando, since the Station 5 had not yet been constructed. Our commando had to fight to climb trees and sleep through the night in the face of intense wind and rain. During this procedure, the Army and Navy worked together to construct makeshift community out of wood and wood, and the Royal Malaysian Air Force Nuri helicopter were responsible for all deliveries. For the issue or challenge that coming for Spratly Island for Malaysia, the first issue is based on UN clause principle of maritime law. Malaysia appears to have a legitimate claim to its continental shelf, but using this law to establish sovereignty over the Spratly Island appear to be misguided and out of place. UN clause does not contain any provision granting sovereignty over island within the continental shelf, particularly if those islands are already under the jurisdiction of another state. Instead, it permits state with established sovereignty over island to control living and non-living resource within their continental shelf. The second issue is, like other claimed nation, Malaysia based its claim on international law, namely the United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea. However, dispute among the claimant nation may arise from how UN clause rules are interpreted and applied. The issue become more complex due to the involvement of major nations and other foreign entities in the South China Sea. Malaysia has to manage diplomatic ties and any outside influence on conflict settlement. For the conclusion, compared to Philippines and Vietnam, Malaysia has taken a very different stance on the South China Sea conflict. However, Kuala Lumpur policy and the mean by which it is pursued have stayed large unchanged, with only slight adjustment to accommodate shift in the geopolitical landscape. Vietnam has been more stable than the Philippines, but unlike Hanoi, Malaysia has not publicly announced event at sea. Inside, nationalist sentiment verbally retaliate against Chinese encroachment or express support for US military deployment. Malaysia, on the other hand, would rather engage discreet behind-the-scene diplomacy, allow ASEAN to take the lead while simultaneously reiterating the legitimacy of right and upholding alertness in the South China Sea.